And in South Asia, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf founder Imran Khan has issued an ultimatum to the government, warning of a civil disobedience movement if his party's demands are not met by December 14th. He's also announced a grand gathering in Peshawar on December 13th to pay homage to those killed during the PTI's Islamabad protest. Now, Imran Khan has demanded the release of political prisoners facing trial and the establishment of a judicial commission to investigate the events of May 9th of 2023 and the November 26th crackdown on PTI protesters. He also announced a five-member negotiation team to discuss these issues with the government. Imran Khan has given the government an ultimatum, stating that if the demands are not accepted, a civil disobedience movement will be launched from December 14th. The PTI has claimed that at least 12 of its workers were killed and 1,000 were arrested during the protest. The government has categorically denied using live ammunition against the protesters and said that 4 law enforcers, including 3 Rangers personnel and policemen, was killed during the protest. Now, this comes as the former Prime Minister Imran Khan was indicted on Thursday on charges of inciting attacks against the military in a case stemming from anti-government rallies led by his party last year. More than 100 individuals have been indicted in the case. Opposition leader in the National Assembly, Omar Ayub, and Punjab's former Law Minister, Raja Basharat, were taken into custody after the judge announced his decision. A Pakistani court has also issued fresh arrest warrant against Khan's wife, Bushra Bibi, in the Tosha Khana graft case. Khan and Bibi are accused of illegally selling state gifts during his tenure. According to prosecutors, these gifts include gold-colored AK gun, very expensive watches and a complete diamond set. Pakistan's army has called for strict laws to be implemented with respect to free speech, as the military feels that polarization is growing under its disguise. At a commanders' conference in Rawalpindi chaired by Pakistan's Chief of Army Staff, General Asim Munir, military leaders raised concern over quote-unquote growing unethical use of freedom of expression. Meanwhile, the chairman of Pakistan's Telecommunication Authority has denied the existence of any policy causing slow internet speeds in the country. And this comes as several internet users have accused the government of deliberately slowing down to crush dissent. A Pakistan Bureau Chief, Anas Malik, with us live from Islamabad now. Anas, Imran Khan has given the government an ultimatum and said that if the demands are not accepted, a civil disobedience movement will be launched from December 14th. And in fact, he was indicted on Thursday on charges of inciting attacks against the military. Give us the latest.
Certainly so. Imran Khan last night tweeted that 2 things. One, that he's holding a protest in memory of those who have lost their lives during the 26th of November violence here in Islamabad. That is number 1. And number 2 is that in case if his demands are not met, and what are his demands? There are 2 of his demands. First is that unconditional release of political prisoners, including his party's leadership that are currently incarcerated in Pakistan's Punjab and languishing in its jails. That is number 1. And number 2 is with regards to a judicial commission being formed to launching an inquiry into the events and the violence that brewed on the 26th of November when Imran Khan's protesters came to Islamabad for their quote-unquote final call. Now, he said that in case if these demands are not met by the 13th, that from the 14th, there will be a civil disobedience that will be launched. This is not the first time that Imran Khan will be launching a civil disobedience campaign, or has hinted towards launching a civil disobedience campaign. 10 years ago, remember, during the 2014 sit-in, he did something similar, but 4 months on, from his own call of civil disobedience, he was the first one to pay his electricity bills and rule out the call of this civil disobedience. So it will be interesting to see as to how the government will react to these threats, or to these intimidatory tactics on the part of the government that the government will see as Imran Khan's threat as. But that being said, it is going to be interesting as to how things pan out on the 13th of December in Peshawar, when Imran Khan's party men meet and hold their grand sit-in.
Anas, what is the sentiment around, given this turn of events, this one after the other set of events that we've seen between PTI and the ruling establishment? And where really do you see this headed?
Well, where do we see this really headed? I mean, that's $1 million question. While Imran Khan seemingly does want relief, it doesn't seem to be on the cards, primarily because of his hardened stance against the powerful military establishment. That is a given. Number one. Number two, how it has panned out is very interesting. While the PTI has gone significantly back on its claim of, quote, hundreds being killed, unquote, to now 12 being killed, WION has independently been able to verify, as we speak, 7 people being killed. That is confirmed. The government on their part say that no one has been killed. In fact, if one were to believe the government's narrative that they're trying to project, is that they did not even fire a single bullet. Of course, that is not true, because we were there on the 26th of November and we clearly heard shots being fired. Unclear whether they were live ammunition or not, but they were definitely shots that were fired. So it doesn't seem to be on the card that things are getting easier, or ties between Imran Khan and the ruling coalition are to be mended. The reason his troubles seem to be increasing with the passage of time. Isha?
Does he still enjoy support among the people of Pakistan?
PTI continues to be the most popular party, yes, but it will be interesting to see, or it is pertinent to mention the fact that despite of them enjoying being the most popular party, they were not able to pull any single number during the recent final call protest. In fact, all the numbers of protesters came in from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in the province of Sindh. Right. So Punjab being the biggest province here in Pakistan, they still have not been able to galvanize people to come out on the roads. Isha?
Thank you so much, Anas, for joining us with those details. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.